We've returned.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. This is still Team Fortress TV. This is still DreamHack 2016 Winter Edition Battle of the North. So we've got our next game, Bren. It's going to be Sweden versus Denmark, and I believe our next map is going to be Badlands. Badlands.
Well, that's the map I can see here.
Yeah,
so
I'm just taking.
we could assume.
Yeah, I'm just taking the map rotations word for it. So
who knows? Who knows what's going on? I don't know.
I guess in the meantime, though, Bram, we could, while they're setting up, yeah, it looks like they're doing very important things over on Team Denmark, because they're the ones that have to enter in, get all the configs.
They do.
In and out. We can maybe gloss over some of the things I didn't manage to go over earlier. Yep. So particularly like things like the map, but if you've been paying attention over on teamfortress.tv, the website, we have got a load of articles, a viewer's guide, if you will, to these sort of details. But for all those people out there who, I don't know, watching you from your phone or something like that, all you could do is just watch Twitch. The maps.
What?
I don't know. Like maybe you've only just got enough internet to watch Twitch, but you haven't got enough to open a web page. Crazy, I know, but it makes my point easier. So the maps that are being played, and they're going to be played in this particular order. We did a randomizer. We just punched all the maps into this randomizer, and the teams are going to play this in a round robin sort of format, play each other once, and they're going to do this maps in this order. So we've just watched Gran Array. The second map will be Badlands. The third map will be Product. The fourth map will be Process. The fifth map will be Snakewater. The sixth map will be Gully Wash, and later, Bren, when there's a best of 3, they're going to throw in a little wild card, a little teaser, like something to honor slideshow. We're going to put a map that probably the teams will never pick, and we won't see. It's Coal Plant.
Coal Plant.
A spicy.
I've never seen Coal Plant.
It's a map kind of reskinned.
I've been told it's got like a underside area, and
yeah, it's a
you
King
go
of the Hill
all
map,
over the place.
you know, because we don't have enough of those.
Actually, I may have played it.
Yeah. So there was an older version of it in TF2 at one point.
Right.
So, but they kind of redid it, reskinned it, repackaged it, send it back to the masses, and I think they're liking it a little bit better than its older brother. So, I mean, we like it enough to put it in this DreamHack Winter. I think these sort of maps are essential because it allows these lower teams to have a wildcard map, something to make these top seeds
like my team
uncomfortable. Yes, so, you know, if you get to the best of 3, you need to pick Coal Plant, Bren.
We will.
All right, relay this to your team.
Thanks for the advice.
Yes.
I'll relay it onto them. We got a map review later on tonight at O'Leary's bar.
Oh, O'Leary's bar. I thought you did that yesterday as well.
Going to be drawing out the maps on napkins and just seeing where we go.
You're just a hard worker. You're just always at that O'Leary's place, you know, constantly working through these maps.
Picked up my loyalty card yesterday.
But in the meantime, Brent, I guess we can have a quick talk about the prize pool, because believe it or not, people play these games for real money, real items.
Where's my money?
You don't get any money. You have to win. You have to win it. That's why you caught on.
Oh yeah. Do I get the prize money if I win? Genuinely.
Yeah. You know what? If you win, Brent, you get all the prize money.
Not all of it, just my fair share.
You'll get your fair share. I mean, but I'm going to tell you how the prize pool is going to be broken up. So overall, the grand prize, the prize pot is 1,500 euros.
Right.
Respectable. Pretty good. Pretty good. So it's going to be.
We're in a box.
We're in a box. Oh my God, we're in a box.
Let's
get in the box. Okay, so first place, right? 900 euros. They're going to get the most, and not only are they going to get money, Bren, they're going to get 6 headsets, Razer Kraken 7.1 Chroma headsets, so they even light up
fancy
all sorts
stuff.
Of fancy colours.
Are they the green ones?
Yeah, they're the green ones.
What, down there?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Well, actually, I don't think they're the Chroma ones. The Chroma ones are the ones where, like, for example, the mouses that we have here lighting up all over the place, and I think that's the Chroma editions of things. So your headset could be just like, you could just make a dance-off in your room practically with all the lights and strobing effects. But yeah, so not only do you get the
how much is the prize pool? About 1.5 million, you said.
1.5 million, yes. But
TF2's not dead, guys.
We need to account for my pace, so it's gone down to 1,500 euros. So
second place, what do they get?
Will get no headsets, nothing. They all get 400.
Okay.
400 euros.
That's
cash dollar.
That's a good night paid for.
That's a good amount. Third place will get 200 euros.
Right.
And fourth place, Bren, I want you to remember this word because you might find yourself in this situation. You'll get nothing.
Okay.
I mean, you might get nothing.
Well, all right.
This is news to you.
Sure, if you want to go there. But
no, I've got complete confidence in you. Buddy.
I've got confidence in my team, mate.
All right. They're going to put you on their
I'm not going to be going into this with a negative mental attitude just because people think that Norway's not going to do well. Listen, right, Norway's going to do well. Norway's going to come in here, underdogs, show everybody what's what. We're going to rock up, pick coal plant. People are going to be thinking, what's going on? And that's it. Perma heavy off class, I've heard.
Okay, how about this? I have faith in Norway until their medic just went missing. Gone.
What do you mean?
I mean...
Was he the medic?
They're missing Kruzik, the medic, okay.
Right.
But Traitor was like, I'll play medic. And so Traitor was the demo man, so now they need a demo man.
I get the fun role.
Yeah,
if I was playing medic, we would lose.
But now you're playing demo man.
We're going to win, straight up. I carry.
What was your elo again on there?
We won't go into that.
We won't go into that.
If, you know, another time, maybe.
All right. Well, enough about Norway. It's about these two teams, Denmark and Sweden. They're going to be placing off in Granary. I don't see anybody fluttering around the Denmark players.
Are they playing Granary as well?
No, they're playing Badlands.
Okay.
So they're going to be playing Badlands again. Refer back to rewind the tape if you want to hear what order the maps are played in, just in case you can't reach that viewer's guide for whatever reason.
Yeah.
So they're going to be playing off again. If I had to get a prediction at you, Bren,
I would argue. I mean, Denmark's roster's actually quite stacked. It doesn't seem like it. But
yeah.
I think genuinely people might question, oh, why is Falash on pocket? But like,
yeah, we can.
The guys
remind you of the Denmark roster. You know?
Yeah. So
we got scout positions: Potato, Hellberg,
Potbo as I call him.
We've also
Potbo back in the day.
We've also got the Roma, Zen, and we've got the Pocket Falash. That's the unusual part of the roster.
Yeah, yeah.
And over on Demoman is Dr. Phil and
the
F2 Medic.
So genuinely, like, that's a roster
yeah,
that
that's
could
a solid roster. I could see that like in Prem next season.
Could you?
It would be, I mean...
Because I can't.
Wouldn't it be a great roster, though? I think I could. That would be a cool thing for them to do next season. I don't know why. I'm making the announcement for them, putting the ideas in their head for the next ETF2L. But so far, I think it's a contender, most definitely.
Yeah, I mean, people are focusing a lot on Sweden and Finland, but it is like... Denmark, F2 on Medic, can't go wrong with that. Dr. Phil on Demo Man, again, he's a pretty big guy, you know. Hits the pills.
Yeah, Dr. Pill, as they like to call
Dr. Pill. And then Falash on Pocket, which we can talk about for realistically 30 seconds, but we'll try and stretch it out to 10 minutes.
So the thing about Falash Pocket is, I'd imagine they sprawl all of the Denmark players out and they're like, who's got the most experience? Falash. He's got to second place, I think potentially even first place with the ending of this ETF2L season in his back pocket. So he's a very qualified player. He knows what's going on in the game, because you have to at that level. You have to know on multiple levels. Right. So he's also so he's got the ingredients to know how to win. Now he just needs to convey that to his team. And that's the bit people are unsure of, because as a scout, there's not many times that a scout is going to main call for the team. So it's a very healthy assumption to make that he's not going to be calling for his team. He's he wasn't calling ever for his team, sort of thing, on the scout position. Now this is going to be his first time doing it. Yeah.
But, I mean, he's a confident guy. We've spoke to him.
Yeah. I wouldn't say he's shy or anything like that. So
no,
I don't think he'll go quiet when it comes to the scenarios. But it might be a bit difficult to, convey what he's trying to say or what plans he's making out. Or he might have a very skewed scout outlook. Like, he might just constantly beat the head of Hellberg. It's like, Hellberg, stop going sniper. Right? I can see why this is annoying now.
I don't know. It's, I mean, Sweden versus Denmark, like, you look at the paper, the rosters on paper, you think, yeah, Sweden will most likely have this.
Yeah. I mean, if I was Sweden, I'd be a little bit shaken up from that last game. I mean,
yeah,
I bet they went into this thinking like, oh, we definitely got this. And now, again, like I mentioned a little bit earlier, that if you're going to have doubts between the rounds and now after this thing, it can even lead into next upcoming games. I mean, it could be nice in a way. I mean, losing now to Finland, they can make those corrections quickly. Right. But they still have to take a hit on their confidence over on Sweden.
Yeah, and I mean, what's interesting as well is the fact that these teams, they are taking quite seriously.
Yeah.
So like talking to Ankaya for a little bit, he was saying how they were doing like map talks and stuff as soon as all the Swedes got here. Like, they are actually genuinely, obviously trying to win this because.
Yeah, we could see Finland was taking it serious as well. We could see like there was rehearsed plays in there from what I could catch. So, I mean, Denmark, they're probably the most close knit out of the entire bunch, really.
Would you say?
Yeah, I mean, the fact that we've had like purely Denmark teams in the past, like with Lego, etc. So I know a lot of these players like to stick with each other. The only person that might be a bit of an outsider is maybe Falash himself, or maybe Potato slightly. But I think Potato's on good terms with.
It's all good stuff. We've got like some Smurfs walking past us. I don't really know what it is.
Don't you pull in another cosplay on this stream, okay? Not on my stream, Brennan.
Should we get some Overwatch cosplayers in?
No.
Is that a thing?
TF2 only. If you are a TF2 cosplayer, you can make your way. You can do whatever you want.
There is the one guy. Is that
no Overwatch?
The heavy guy.
You know what? I'm going to make a jar. Every time you say that word, you're going to put some money in the jar. And I know you've got no money, Brent,
I've got no money.
You've got no money, so no other games allowed. So, is there anybody else that you're expecting, maybe over on the Denmark side, to come huge this game? Is anybody like you were particularly excited to see it land?
Falash from Pocket again. I'm going to keep pointing it out.
Yeah. Is it just because it's an anomaly, or do you think like he might be a better Pocket than he is a Scout?
Not necessarily, but I just think it would be interesting to see him. My mic. I think I'm like messing up the cable by like getting antsy and moving around my chair. Okay, that wasn't me. It was production apparently.
Yeah, production.
Blame production.
They're just under the tables, kicking us, and we're kicking them back. It's okay. So. The thing I'm excited to see though, Bren, is I need to quickly look at the roster because I forgot for a second there. Hellberg, the Hellberg sniper. We haven't seen that for a long time, Bren.
Yeah.
I mean, the last time I saw something like that was, I think, DreamHack, the last DreamHack winter, yeah. I mean, maybe he's like the reverse Falash. I mean, online Hellberg, Resident Sleeper, offline Hellberg, PogChamp.
That's a classic, is it not? You pulled out your meme repertoire.
I know. I mean, I think I pull it out every single time. I just love the meme, But I'm just gonna. I know it didn't fit the circle shape did not fit the square hole, but I just forced it in there. But
hammered it in.
Honestly, though, Hellberg is a bigger sniper than he is a scout. So I think most of the time I'm going to see Hellberg just sniping. Probably even to mid. I think he'll even pull that out if they feel like the map,
They feel threatened.
Yeah, if they feel like they could pull that off. And I think on Badlands, you have the opportunity to do that.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a bit limited compared to the maps, but I think you could do it. So
Still just waiting for one player to get in on the Denmark side, I believe.
Yeah.
Who that player is?
So
is a mystery.
I'm looking at the rest of the Denmark players, and fun little fact, this is Potato's first LAN event. Yeah, so maybe...
Really?
Yeah, this is...
ever?
The first one that he's playing, like, to this degree. Yes.
Okay.
I mean, has he gone abroad and played, like, games somewhere? He might have, probably. Yeah. But I can't keep track of that, Brent. That's an impossible ask from me. But, yeah.
The thing about LAN is you can ask them in person.
Yeah, but I don't have time to sit down every single player, Bren, and ask them, hard-hitting questions. Where have you been on the night of this?
He came to the last one.
He came to the last one, but he was a spectator. Now, look at him now. He was
playing with the big leagues.
He was a hopeful little boy.
Major League Gaming.
Yeah.
Pick up TF2.
3.
Anytime now.
Another little fact, Zen's another player that is having a first LAN sort of attendance. He has maybe to this level. I mean, before he has turned up at a few Insomnia events,
right?
And played some games there, but he's never got to this point where there's huge money on the line. And otherwise, everybody else over on the, I almost said Lego roster, but the Denmark roster.
The Lego roster.
Yeah, it's
wouldn't be too far from it.
That's going to be a struggle. I think all cast for us to do.
Are we waiting for what are we waiting on?
We're waiting. It looks like we're waiting on like 1 or 2 players. We could. The beauty of LAN here, Bren, is we don't have to speculate on line anymore. We can just look over.
Look at them.
You know what? We can throw some things if we want. Just be like, get in the server. Like.
I mean, they're all setting up. Falash is making sure. He's got a lot of ample mouse movement area, space to work with.
It looks like Hellberg is a little bit annoyed by it. He's got like no room for his little keyboard.
He's trying his hardest, though.
Man, some of these weird grips from Potato. It looks like he holds his mouse like that.
The claw grip.
That's
an
weird.
absolute classic maneuver.
But there's a claw grip, and he looks like he's got a claw, an actual metal claw, and he's just. But who am I to judge? If it gets into this level, maybe I'm playing it wrong. Maybe that's the way you have to play the game.
I don't think there's anything wrong with a claw grip.
No, but you have to think it was a lot more clawy. You know, it was like, it was on there, you know? Like he lost his hand. Maybe it's fake. Who knows?
You have to ask him. That's what LAN's about.
Going back to this fact that I interviewed all the players again.
Why have you not interviewed everyone?
Because I've done a good job. Do you see
you
my lovely...
Like, I mean, we can't show you, unfortunately, at home.
I've got little, like, I've just got a load of rubbish, just as I like to call it.
It's decent
like,
notes.
you know what? I've even got some talking points. Like, we can talk about who do you think is the best scout, the best soldier, who is overall talking about the land.
Give
things.
me your notes on Bren, that new up-and-coming
Bren.
demo.
Do you have... I have a thing where I was going to pretty much little buzzwords I was going to introduce you with, where it's just like, he brings the hype, he's your caster of the season, ladies and gentlemen, it's Brennan.
Not like, this isn't...
Oh, you mean like you're talking about your player?
Yeah, where's my player notes?
I'm going to admit, I'm going to level with you, Bren. I didn't expect you to play for Norway, because you're not Norwegian. You don't really play that much TF2, and oh my god, we're going straight into it. Get it off my face.
It's going to be... the second match of the day. It's going to be, of course, Sweden versus Denmark on CP Badlands. The team's just about to get going. Been waiting a while. Finally, we're going to be running into it.
Yes, if you're just joining us, this is teamfortress.tv, live from DreamHack Winter 2016. This is the battle for the North. This is our second map, our second game, and our second lineup of teams. It's Denmark versus Sweden on Badlands. What's happening on mid-brand?
Spam being exchanged so far. Smear getting in a bit of early damage. Falas going for the leap in for the fray. Going to be getting sent down. In fact, Schoberg going for the kills as well. F2 taking a bit of damage at the end. And look at Smear going absolutely huge. Picking up 2 kills, then finding Herpy in the end. He's going to have to back off though. He is incredibly weak, and still this point's being played, being pushed by the Sweden roster. Still hunting down now for Dr. Phil potentially if they can get this kill in the resupply area. Zen does have it on lockdown, but he's eventually going to have to back off, and he does get to that resupply cabinet just in time, but Dr. Phil might not be so lucky. Sweden just steamrolling ahead. They've already capped up this first mid-point. Can they get any others? That's the question.
Yeah, they're having a poke on this balcony. It looks like they want to try and defend here, but they didn't succeed. That sticky trap coming out from Helberg there. Oh,
Smear's actually going
He's just farming them. Oh, good God. Turn off the stream. Protect the children's eyes. That was disgusting to watch. They just walked in there, just took it.
That's how it happens. Falas goes for a little play there. It's cheeky onto Onkaya to try and salvage what they could, but I mean, ultimately, the Denmark roster now, they've got a few players who've only just respawned. They're going for the fast and furious plays. Vanny trying to play the point, ends up getting sent straight up. Ali as well.
How is Herpy still alive?
Can't understand that, but Potato and Zen going to be picking up those 2 kills. So once again, the repush happening. The Uber charge was popped off as well by the Denmark squad. They're going to see what else they can get done with it. Smear Sticky's on a 6-kill streak. I don't know if he's just baiting his team or if he's actually that good, but he's going to be trying to take the fight now against Dr. Phil. Vanny on the back lines does find F2. The medic going to be going down, but still this cap on the spy area has not been contested in the meantime. Smear gets another one on a 7-kill streak. Zen now going to get jumped by Schoberg. So they do find these kills. 4 players down now for Denmark.
Yes, it looked like Zen was going for a play on the medic there with his own medic dying, seeing if he can equalise that effort, but he won't find him, he will go down. And they're trying to just get in the front door right now, Brent, but Smear, Dr. Phil's actually making it so difficult that they lost Smear during just the little push there.
It's difficult, really.
That
really
shut door is a pain. That's why you see a lot of players just like to climb the spire, you know, just cut it out completely.
Well, currently last defense. Centrigun going to get built up here by Denmark. They've even got Potato on the Pyro class to try and get that denial in. We'll see which way Sweden decides to take it. Going to be trying to bring down that Centrigun from the lower area. The Potato on Pyro is going to be doing his darndest to try and reflect them off. The Ubercharge is going to be sent in as well at the exact same time. Sweden one trying to lead this one in, get as much damage as possible. The Centrigun going to be falling, but Sweden now, do they have the position to try and take it any further? Helberg on the back lines trying to bring down that medic. If he potentially can, Helberg and Zen going to be falling. Falash picks up 2. Smear and Schoberg going to be falling. The defense is real. Ali now trying to leap around, trying to survive. Herpy putting in work if he potentially can, but it's not going to be enough.
Yeah, and eventually they do clean up all those players, and a huge solid effort coming out from Potato there, keeping that Uber preoccupied. He couldn't really lay out the damage and do the work that he wanted to do with that Uber charge, so well done by him. Oh, he actually gets sniped by these surgeons.
Oh my god, they're actually destroying them right now. Like, these plays, Smear's actually turning up so much. this game.
I guess Badlands is just his map, you know, game in his comfort zone.
I mean, I didn't even think he played that badly, to be honest, on the granary, but they're going to be going for the fast play now. Vanny going to be baiting out the stickies. He does eventually fall to Zen. Once again, Sweden looking to push this in. Zen so weak. Dr. Phil going to be falling. Smear just whacking him in the face, and there we go. 1 round on the board to Sweden, making it 1-0 so far.
That was the 1-2 punch, the piping punch.
It really was.
Well, that's a very quick round on the board there, Brent. So with 1-0 up, they've got the nice little comfort zone where if things really turn to turmoil, they can just slow down the game. But it's Badlands, Brent. It's really difficult to slow down this game when you've got this map.
Currently going to be going into mid-fight number 2. We'll see if Denmark can strike back with another round on the board. Sweden currently leading 1 round to nothing. And once again, the mid-fight starting. Smear going to be opting for that house rollout. Spam going to be exchanged now pretty early on. Not much damage. In fact, sticking up that small house area. Waiting for the denial. The push coming in. Dr. Phil eating a lot of damage here, but the soldier's going to be moving in. Ali goes for the kill, picks up F2 in the end. There's going to be no medic mal, but at the exact same time, Halberg has been pressuring Sweden out of this point. They're all been backed up onto the second area now. Moving in free for more kills, see what they can get done. Herpy doing a brilliant job of trying to avoid them. The midpoint is going to be able to go their way. Falash under the back lines finds Onkaya. Crucial pickup. If they did not find that medic frag, they would have been able to repush with the Uber advantage and ultimately just steamroll them forward, but they do find it in the end. Falash really turning up when it's needed. Yeah,
but with Onkaya going down, the leash has been let go and they're trying to find an equalizing pick, but they will think better of it knowing that they can't find him quickly. So F2 comes out of hiding. He's buffing out all his players, just going on lockdown, making sure nobody was left over.
Yeah.
And they're just capping off this midpoint, and actually no, they've already capped it off. I don't know why they're all just standing in blob, but I would secure some doorway, lads. There we go, finally got there in the end.
Well, Spam once again being exchanged here by the 2 teams. It is Denmark, of course, holding on to the mid area for now, but they are still with this 1 round disadvantage. There's ample time on the map to actually make some plays, about 25 minutes remaining, so still not over just yet. Early days, early days. Yeah, it looks like it's going to be the wraparound through the resupply area. Schoberg is hiding in there. They do realise this. Going to be trying to make these plays happen. Potato moving forward onto Herpy. Going to be backing off a little bit, putting in this damage. Vanny also being forced to retreat from this spire area. Finds the kill onto Potato. Beautiful stuff. The repush now coming out here by Team Sweden, trying to make it happen. The spire area contested. Ali hitting off some beautiful shots onto Halberg in the process. Schoberg finding Falash as well. Dr. Phil now trying to finish up this cap by himself if he can. And it is going to be going the way of Denmark. Schoberg is cleaning up in the back lines, however. Zen did fall.
Yeah, so they're just kicking it back for now, keeping F2 secure because they have got the threat of an overcharge. Oh, he was secure, I should say. He's just been sniped out by Herpy. Too much room provided because they were just, again, scared of that overcharge.
That's actually huge as well. Like, Onkaya's charge, you can actually see my HUD is completely broken. I can look at the observer, actually. Yeah, 100% overcharge coming on to Onkaya. So this repush now is like prime time for Sweden to try and make an attempt. They're going to be going for this trash area right now, seeing if they can test it forward. Schoberg playing the point a little bit. There are stickies all over the place. Potato brings down Herpy. Vanny also trading with the kill, so it is a 1-for-1 at the end of the day. Then now playing the spire area if he can. He brings down Vanny. Smear, however, in the meantime, has been absolutely crushing them. He finds 2 more kills. Can he get the 3rd? He's moving in. Schoberg's helping him out. Kaya's going to be falling to Halberg in the process, but I think ultimately they are eventually going to get this recap. Surely Ali might fall. He's trying to dodge as best he can. Schoberg finally getting the kill onto Halberg.
Yeah, Ali will survive that, so he's going to go back to the resupply, just get his health pumped back up. He's still holding on to the second, keep in mind, Brett. And Potato just kind of waltzes
feeding in.
Yeah, feed. So F2 comes back, but Onkaya comes back just at the same time. So this will affect the overcharges way that much. They're just going to kick it back for now as we have a pause.
Yeah. How do I fix my HUD?
How do I fix my mic? I'm not sure if I'm working or not. Can you hear me loud and clear? Testing, testing.
I don't really know, to be honest.
Oh.
Production, are you there? Production. Omniscient voices in our ear.
Can you hear me?
Hello?
I'm not sure.
Okay, I've been told the correct information. The home button is the HUD reload key, and here we are.
Can production hear me?
I'm pretty sure they can hear you.
Oh, yeah, so, okay, things are working fine. I just can't hear me too much.
Yeah, that's probably I think the volume has been turned down a little bit in our ears.
I just assumed that I was still working, casting for the majority of it, and now that we've got this pause, I just couldn't help but like get the word out.
Let's ask.
Yeah, that's much better. Yeah,
let's talk now about these setups from either side. So right now, Denmark currently on the back foot. They've still got this 1 round disadvantage, but I mean, looking at these positions, There's a few players weak. The Unpaw's coming in as well, so I mean, is Sweden going to recontest this now?
I think so. I think they can definitely see it on the cards. I mean, it just depends how much they take from the spam. They have spot the sticky trap, so that is one big delta. They have to just worry about the flash bomb, and he actually gets on Kaya.
Oh my god!
And he won't go down, but
Smear putting in damage. Vanny finishing it up. They need to bring down F2. He's so weak. Trying to put the pressure onto him right now. Trying to get this kill as well onto Zen. Zen's so weak in the end.
They don't want to give up the point though.
Finally gone back.
Some of them want to back out.
No, on the back lines! Look at that Schoberg. He signed F2. No medic now. Dr. Phil.
Kill as well. Oh no, he is.
Oh, the pills, man.
Oh, wow. Party pooper. No cake for you. Okay, so off the back of that death, that elongated death of the medic, it's a shame you fight so long as a medic to stay alive. All that you're treated with is an extended respawn, and
we're getting offered food at the castle desk.
I'm easily swayed.
To feed us live. We are swayed easily.
Thank you, sir. I will shout out anything you tell me to do.
But right now, it's going to be Denmark holding on to this last point. They've got the off classes already. Potato on that heavy roll. Good defense already. Helberg is causing a lot of distractions, actually. He's buying a bit of time for Sweden. They do realize he is there, but he's probably just going to go to resupply, and yeah, he's going to spawn back now. So Sweden's still in the driving seat for now. Yeah. 1 round lead.
Man, if only they had some way of just, you know, maybe making some sort of play. If only there was like a clash, you know? But who knows? I don't think they'll ever pull off that play.
What are you saying?
I'm trying to not allude to the play that they are trying to make.
I see.
Yeah, okay.
I see what you're going
Jokes
for.
Jokes are best when you spell them out.
I don't know, but right now it looks like Ali might be getting in position to try and make some plays. There's the distraction plays coming in. Are we going to see it in action? The Uncloak coming in. He misses the backstab. Zen finds the kill anyway. It
took some random spam there, and he kind of blinked it off for a second. I don't think anybody noticed him, and he just went like, well, I've been shot, I need to just find any kill, and he set it for for Zen, and he just kills him off.
Denmark are contesting this now. They find Herpy. Smear goes in as well, along with Schoberg. Schoberg with 2 kills. Potato and Dr. Phil going to be falling F2 now in a sticky situation in the trash area, forced to pop off the Uber charge. Great plays all around.
The bomb rushing last though. They're going straight for the middle.
This is so dope. They can easily do this. They've won this easily.
Yeah, they've got nobody to deal with it. It seems like F2 came out from the top area though. They must have took the scenic route, I guess.
They went trash, didn't they?
Yeah, well, I thought they would go all the way from bottom right though.
Yeah.
But seeing him come out the wrong door, I think they just knew that it was lost from that point. All right, so 2 rounds on the board for Sweden so far. Looking very comfortable, Bren.
Currently, yeah. I mean, it's a different side of Sweden. I think we may need a bit of time to see Denmark come into their element a little bit, but again, remember, these are just the group stage matches. You're playing for the points, you're playing for the seedings.
I mean, you know, I never got a chance to actually talk about that, did I? Yeah.
But mid-fight, number 3 is about to be kicking off. Spam exchange by either side of these teams. We're going to see how Sweden decides to take it. Falash on the underside area, putting in a bit of damage. Dr. Phil on no help whatsoever, has to back all the way off. Helberg going to be falling, the first casualty of the game. Denmark losing these players. Left, right and centre, everyone is weak. Forced back off into the housing area on Kaya. Really getting low, getting jumped there by Zen, but ultimately getting picked off. And with this Sweden, they are looking like in a very strong position to try and make some plays, contest this point. They're going to get the cap on the midpoint. Looks like Denmark have given it up completely.
I think all that damage that was laid into Dr. Phil at that point there made it really difficult for Denmark to recover that mid-fight, because they had to pull so much heals and stuff into bringing him back into the fight. And he still died anyway.
Look at Ali as well, moving around into the fray, goes into the upper area, does trade in the end, but at the same time they're moving into the kill, trying to bring down a few of these players in that main area. The choke point getting locked down here by Denmark. They do find another kill onto Vanny, but 100% charge for both these teams.
Yeah, they were a bit sheepish.
Potato playing out there.
Yeah, that was a bit of a feed. I guess, I don't know. Maybe, you know, in these even situations, you've got to go for the play.
I don't think that was the play. I don't think that was the play at all.
As long as he tries, that's all that matters, Bren.
Well, Sweden now have an opening with that.
Oh,
1 player disadvantage moving in, trying to get this spam in if they can.
Finally.
Here we go, the bomb coming in. Beautiful stuff, unreal by Ali. Look at that jump in. Yeah. Gets the force as well out of F2.
Like a cannonball as well. He didn't really arc his jump. The fact that he got straight into the face of F2, he was forced to pop off there. Very nice jump coming out from Ali, realising that.
Oh my goodness, Vanny as well. They're absolutely slamming them. Denmark, they want to contest from this trash area right now, trying their hardest, but they're getting completely spammed out. And the spire area already going to get capped up here by Sweden. Moving forward, Falash still in that resupply area. He might be able to create some distraction plays and stagnate this push by Sweden as they are going to be rolling into last. It is a slight uber advantage to Denmark by only about 20%. So we won't see any straight up pushes by Sweden, I don't believe. Unless they decide to surprise me, but for now they are just going to wait around and basically build up as much overcharge as possible.
Yeah, they're just respecting the enemy team right now, getting a very good position. They've even put on Kyle on the Spire just to really keep things safe, and I think they know it's going to be close, so if they just elongate this fight, make it difficult for them, there's no way...
Ali's infiltrated his way in for the lobby area, currently.
Flash is also hiding about in the resupply, being a pest.
Yeah. There's really actually quite nice positioning by the Denmark squad because they've got that one pick onto Ali. I mean, Falash now, he's gone to the back spawn, so he's checking for off classes.
If they did the good old-fashioned infused hop-in from lower and just took out Dr. Phil, they could potentially just run all the way to last and cap it before they have a chance to react.
Hellberg might try and bring down Ali. He realises the off-class was happening. Beautiful heads-up play by Denmark here. Ali going to be getting contested here. Hellberg trying to take the 1v1. He still hasn't got the kill. Ali just dodging a juke for days. How has he not got that kill? No way. I don't believe that he survived that. There was such a heads-up read as well because Falash checked that they had the off-class with the spy.
Yeah.
And they went to contest him when he came out the spawn because they knew Scout versus Sniper shouldn't be winning it.
There we go. Well, all that work for nothing.
Wow.
So I'm sure he can still come back as something else, and the ball is in their court. They can take their time with these sort of like off classes and switching about.
Meanwhile, Falash was in the back. He is going to get picked up, cleaned up quite nicely by Vanny, but really taking a few of these trades. Denmark looking to make the push on here. They do have Ubercharge to work with, but so do Sweden. Let's see how they decide to take it. Hellberg going to be the first casualty here. Are they going to pop it off? It's really a game of stalemates right now. Look at these kills. F2, he's waited far too long. He's ended up dropping his entire team. The Ubercharge being popped off here. Flashing on to Dr. Phil, but it looks like Sweden are going to be coming out on top with these two frags. Already the Spire area going to get capped up here.
Oh, no. B's right on top of F2,
goodness.
and he's been taken out, and there's a nice little safety Uber from Kaya. This is pretty much a free Uber, so I can see why he would use it in that scenario. And he's just trying to get everybody healthy,
They're already
everybody
on the
into
point.
last. They've got a scout on there.
Force them onto the ground.
Force those people onto the ground, and now it's just like, should be like shooting fish in a barrel at this point, but the fish are fighting back.
Smear's very weak. Here's the issue here. He's trying to make these plays happen, but he needs to come back for heals. Vanny's still in, just trying to call. No, he's just given a free sword to F2 as well.
Oh man, that's going to make things confusing when it comes to counting the
Ubers. He's salvaging it. How does that work?
Thanks, Ali.
Literally just walks into last and just picks up the kill.
Yeah.
So they don't even need to worry about the advantage. Now on Kaya, he's going to have this hefty 50% advantage, maybe even more, so they can literally just wait up on the second point. Exactly what Sweden are doing now. Going to build up the Ubercharge, and it should be an uncontested push regardless.
You can see the frustration slightly coming out of Denmark here. Every time they take one step forward, it seems like 2 steps back. So this time they're seeing if they can put their sneakers on and see if Falash can get the pick that he needs.
Absolutely now. He is just waiting patiently. Herpy is
Assassin's
going to
Creed!
Oh, Falash! What was that?
He actually did it! I can't believe it!
How did he come out with that play?
My
The contestants there, the plays are happening, but Sweden has lost so many players now. Vanny trying as hard as he does, claim F2 in the end, so it is going to be equal trades anyway. The medic falling in that situation. Vanny's actually worked his way onto last. He's going to get this back up. He says no contestation.
What? Again, 1 step forward, 2 step back.
I don't understand that, personally. Vanny doing a little sidestep. Somehow they knew he was there in the lobby area as well. He picked up the kill. And they just didn't have anyone. Yeah, I mean, it's a great heads-up play by Vanny, realising they had no mobility classes and the spawners weren't coming in.
I know the score is 3-0, Bren, but imagine the score in their minds. I think I would be tilting slightly if that sort of thing happens.
Absolutely. Well, 15 minutes remaining. Anything can happen in that time still. It's a 3-round lead currently to Team Sweden. Playing against Denmark here. We're going to see which way they decide to take it now. Been quite passive by both teams and really actually using the soldiers a lot to initiate in these fights. Let's see if they switch it up at all. The spam being exchanged by the demo men. A lot of pipes coming in as well. Dr. Phil falling so weak. He has to back all the way off. F2 now might be in a sticky situation. Vanny going to be moving into the fray. Hellberg does find the kill. Potato falls as well, but Herpy on the ball. It's a 2-for-2 trade right now. Both medics still surviving. Just trying their hardest to try and bring these players down, but they've been forced into this corner. Denmark now still trying to contest it. They have the heals, but either side is all gone.
He just a nice little gunshot straight into the jugular. of F2. He's still surviving all this. Oh man.
And Ankaya's still alive as well. Like, there's these 2 players up, but they've got no heals on both of them, so they have to back off here.
Technically, they still haven't won mid yet. They need to get some bodies on there if they want to cap it. And the longer they delay this,
but they're going to be able to do it. Like, the spawners are coming up for both teams slowly but surely, so they're going to contest at the exact same time with the same amount of players.
It's time to mid-fight number 2.
Oh, Falash, he realises it. Ankaya's hidden. He must know. Surely. No, he doesn't. He could have gone for the play onto Ankaya, but he's going to loop around. He thought he was waiting in the choke area.
It's the strat man, you know, out-stratting them.
Oh my god. Helberg on Sniper as well. They're really got to go for these miracle plays. Ali going to be bombing into the fray, seeing what else he can get done. Bombers as well by Smears, laying the traps down, laying down these stickies. He's found Zen. Helberg found Ali as well with the sniper roll. F2 trying to basically avoid as much damage as possible.
Where is the rest of like Sweden? Like half of the team is attacking combo. They've got them isolated in the trash area. Eventually they go down, but they're doing it using half of their players.
Oh my god, Showbook's taking the 1v1 against Falash. Falash can't quite hit him up. Showbook's so weak, they trade. Unreal stuff. Sweden, they are going to get this cap up in time. And Ankaya has respawned. He is healing up these players, building up this Ubercharge, so he is going to have a slight Ubercharge advantage. Whether or not they realise this is yet to be known.
That's going to be a healthy amount, I'm sure.
Yeah, that's like 40%.
Yeah,
actually.
they'll definitely make a push out of that. But they need to get that built in the meantime. And to make sure they don't lose it out to any random players, they're building it on the balcony, so they just can't get forced out. Even Ankaya having a quick look around every now and then. Okay, well, actually Falash had a quick check of the weapons. They're deciding to run Potato on Pyro again. It did work wonders at one point. Maybe it can work wonders again.
They're going to be moving in now. Ubercharge committed by Sweden. Seeing what else they can get done. Potato trying his hardest to try and force them off the point, but there's still stickies to be cleared. The Ubercharge now fading. Denmark still holding the high ground, playing this correctly. They force a few of them down, collect 2 of these kills, but there's 2 frags that go immediately back to Sweden and still being played. Now the point coming out, Smear with the stickies, trying his hardest to make this happen. F2 walks onto the point, but it's not enough. Sweden claiming another round. They're going to make it 4-0. Really, really driving it home now with still 12 minutes remaining. Wow. Sweden looking pretty good. At
this rate, Brem, we might see the mercy rule invoked with a clean 5-0 will just completely end the game because, you know, we can only take so much carnage, Bren, so maybe they can pull that in, but they still have plenty of time in this game to pull it back. 10 minutes, I've seen it happen before, Brent.
It's happened. Stranger things have happened, especially at land. Nonetheless, these teams going to be rolling out now onto the 5th and potentially final mid-fight of the game, depending on how it goes. Denmark really need to nail it home here. They want any chance of trying to come back for it now. Smear going to be setting those early stickies. It's going to be a valley push by Denmark. Herpy, he clocked onto it pretty early on, but it's going to be backing off. The call has been made. Let's see how Sweden decides to react to it. The damage coming in by Dr. Phil. He finds the entry frag. Very promising, but Ali on the back lines has almost killed Falash. He does end up bringing down Dr. Phil in the end, but ultimately it's going to be a 1 fight for Denmark.
Yeah, the fact that they were doing a valley push solved the greatest problem on those mid-fights so far. Yes, they keep sharing the same spam, and with the valley push, it looks like they're spreading out a lot more. So maybe we'll see that push happening in the next couple of comebacks.
Potato finds the kill onto Herpy. That's 1 frag actually for them. Denmark could be using that to their advantage. Probably going to be looking to expand out into that lobby area, take a bit more territory. As it comes when you pick off players like that.
So they've got Falash and Sniper, despite him being the pocket soldier for his team, so it seems nothing will stop this man playing Sniper.
I genuinely think that's the smartest role, to be honest. I think they realise they had to play because they're going to be running a heavy on last, potentially.
Well, Helberg. What makes a good Helberg?
Confidence, maybe? I don't know. He hasn't played. Oh, okay!
Well, there you go.
He's found Manny and another pick as well onto Herpy, so this could be huge for them. They're going to be moving in with the Ubercharge pretty early on. Sentry Gun needs to be brought down. Indeed, it will. Dr. Phil making short work of that. Now the stickies need to be dealt with on this point. It's a good trapping set up. The Ubercharge now committed by Sweden. Could this be currently tipped up for Denmark? Moving on to the point. Nobody contesting him. He's drawn them all back. Now Denmark can go for the re-engage. Trying to make these plays happen. They're all on the point. But is the spam enough? Only 2 players remaining. Dr. Phil and F2 realise they have to back off here. Denmark cannot contest this any longer. Sweden successfully defending and maybe even trying to catch out these 2 players as they are trying to escape. F2 doesn't have a scout to latch on to for that extra speed to get away, but ultimately, yeah, his team is going to get there. And Falash finds Ankaya in the midst of it. There's chaos in the back lines. Ali goes for a play, last ditch onto F2. Denmark could be looking to turn this around now. Vanny going for the play, the big wrap around. No, going to get blasted in the middle. Honestly, Denmark,
the control point is being captured.
It's really hard because they could have played that anyway then, pushing into that last point. They drew all the players back, especially Helberg, as you saw.
Yeah.
But, I mean, now they've got the ample opportunity with the overcharge advantage.
They're seeing if they can go with the cheeky sentry gun. I mean, trying to build
It's
it
not
at this
gonna work.
rate, but they get a level 1 off. I mean, it's not something that needs to be focused down slightly. They eventually get it down, but it's still not doing as much work as it usually is. And look at those sticky traps. Clearing those scouts.
Man, he's putting in so much work, actually.
It's just
Does claim on Kai as well.
2 players left. F2's the one alive. He's trying to keep Dr. Phil.
Dr. Phil versus 2. We've seen stranger things happen. Can he do it? Vanny takes the high ground. A
he's
smart play
getting
for now, and there we are. Vanny cleaning him up. A quick little 3K. Another successful defense there by Team Sweden.
And it seems like Falash is going for another tried and true method of going for the winning victory.
Yeah.
Seeing if he can maybe give Sweden a bit of a taste of their own medicine, but it's taking a long time over on the Sweden side to actually cap, because Vanny just jumped into 5 players. I think he could have capped there, actually, which is funny enough, but they were scared about making the push out, and I think the call was to just not go for it.
Well,
Denmark, the sentry gun.
trying to basically spam out that sentry gun early on through that underside area, through the main area, but
didn't dedicate for it.
Yeah, it's not going to be working out. Herpy on heavy as well. Another off class. They're spamming a lot of corners. I think they realise what's up with spy plays and whatnot. Look at this, the spy checking by Vanny as well. They must have checked that with a spy off class.
Man, it's almost like if they listen closely enough, they might hear a cosmic entity telling them what's going on. I don't know, I feel like I'm partly responsible here, Brent.
Oh, going for the backstab attempt. Not going to be working out. Falash almost getting it. Not quite.
I mean, it was close. It was very, very close.
I think they realised. I think they must have thought they gave up on the spy play because they spy checked a lot.
Yeah, if it doesn't come up in any of the spy checks, you can only take a healthy guess. There's a fight happening in the lower lobby. Vanny is almost dying out to the scout. He's trying to give him the ring around the roses, but quite escaping. Oh wait, no, he's giving the juke now, and he's still alive. Good God! No, they can't find Vanny. He's going to get out. He's Leonardo DiCaprio out of Catch Me If You Can.
7 minutes remaining. Currently, Denmark on the back foot. They need to secure 4 rounds to try and bring this back from the brink. See what they can do. They're going to be moving in with the overcharge now. Needs to try and bring down this sentry gun, but the rescue ranger doing a bloody good job of trying to avoid them from doing that. Eventually, they are going to get popped off as well as Sweden move in with their own overcharge. Potato going to be bringing down Ali. Can they still do this with the 1-for-1 trade? Denmark, they have to try and make a play happen here. Falash, as you mentioned, coming in from behind. And Kaya in a lot of trouble. He goes for the slices, but ends up paying with his own life. But still, Denmark in no position to try and repush and calibrate off this.
F2 still alive. He can rebuild his Uber. They can make them stronger and do the repush.
Absolutely, they are going to get this overcharge up. And Kaya respawning in another 5 seconds, so Denmark in a position to repush with this Uber advantage, but 6 minutes remaining. 4-round disadvantage. You know, you've got to be looking at the fact that you're getting into the realms of impossibility here.
Yeah, I mean, if it really came down to it, I could see these players they just slow down the game, make it as difficult for them as possible.
Yeah.
It's almost sealed their fate, because they could just not turn up to mid. There's loads of strats that slow down the game, Brad. They would almost, they just have to do it once.
And then anyway, overcharge has come out by Denmark, seeing what they can do, trying to play the point a little bit, but the stickies in a sentry gun on the lower position. Don't think anybody was expecting that. Showboat with the heavy off class. Picking up 2 quick and easy players.
Ali keeps bringing it back to life with that gun.
Rescue Ranger,
the
absolutely insanely fighting to kill up the Potato as well. Like, it's honestly such a ridiculously powerful unlock. Unless you get an early sticky trap, like early couple of stickies, where you just burst it down in one fell swoop, it's so hard to bring it down.
I mean, he didn't use it as the way we've been seeing other teams, where he stays in spawn and just heals it from the safety of his own spawn. He was actually in the fight there, so...
Sweden opting to push out here, even though they really didn't have to. They do have this massive round lead. They're going to be trying to cap up this Spire area point still. Schoberg evading damage for now. Potato does find Herpy in that trash area. Vanny still wants to try and get this cap if he potentially can, but he might get jumped on here. In fact, no, he's not going to be able to get the cap. 3 players down now for Sweden. Denmark, this is their opportunity to push, but is it too little, too late? 5 minutes on the clock.
It's beyond greedy what they're trying to do here. I know that, you know, it's the whole
Helmets behind.
Like, there's little time, so we have to do it. Why do we doing
They're making the play anyway. The overcharge has come out now, committed by Denmark here. See what they can get done. Sticky's only just going to get popped off here. Going to be bringing down Dr. Phil. Smear, brilliant plays by that man. F2 going for last-ditch plays, but Vanny going to be spraying him down with his flamethrower, and that will stun the push once again. 4 minutes, 30 seconds remaining.
It's going to be difficult. I mean, I just can't see. I don't know how. I'm trying my best, Brent, to figure a way they can win, but
yeah,
I don't think they can.
No, it's really difficult.
I don't think they can. Okay, Vanny picks up a kill onto Falash, but at this point it's almost a bit difficult to tell which plays are serious and which plays are just, you know, for the logs. Schoberg is going for the huge wraparound.
Off the field, moving in.
They've called wind of him.
Okay.
Now this is like the maximum trash time we can get as well.
Like, yeah, I think at this point it is almost into the realms of impossibility, as we mentioned. 3 minutes, 50 seconds on the clock, 4-round disadvantage. Even if it was the old Badlands, you'd struggle.
Yeah.
You really would.
I mean, at this point it's not even Denmark's game to like claw back, it's Sweden's games to lose. And there's some, you know, smart heads over on Sweden. They wouldn't mind, you know, if the worst of the worst happens, they're just slowing down the game. So I don't know what to talk about. We're just kind of waiting for the game to tell us to stop playing.
Well, I mean, moving into the next game then, look at that from that perspective. It's going to be, what is it, Denmark playing against?
I think it's Sweden one more time against Norway.
Okay, so I'm going to be playing against Sweden.
Yeah, you're going to be playing against Sweden. That's going to be a joy to watch. That does mean, though, that once this game is over, we're going to be rotating you out, bringing in the Beaster.
The main man, Beta. But that's going to mean, I think we've messed up the cast rotation, because that means you're going to be casting the 4 games.
Yeah.
I don't know if that was...
we took all the feedback that people wanted, and they said less from me, and I was like, let's turn that on its head.
Just all 4 games. Grand finals, turbo tab solo cast.
Oversaturation is the best method of being liked, right?
Yeah. If you want to...
It's the quiet taste.
You want to say that? I don't know if you can hear it in the mics, but there's like apparently a nightclub's being set up next door.
Yeah, that's the after party after these games are finished, Brad.
I don't know what's going on. DreamHack, there's like events and shows and all sorts.
Yeah.
I think they're playing Hammer Time now.
I mean, it's part of the issue of being in an expo area, Brent. It's just everybody's just dancing along or having a look around everything, and everyone's just fighting for the attention of the booth. We've got. Yeah, I think right now they've all gone to the dance party, it feels like.
I'm looking at the chat and they're just literally, we mentioned me playing playing Demo Man.
Oh, right.
I was literally, they're literally ripping me to pieces.
Look away, Brent.
Your
fragile ego. No.
Like, I know I'm bad at the game, you don't need to say it, guys. You'll find out soon enough in this game, but...
I believe in you, Brent. I mean... Could you imagine how good it would be if you actually pull it off? I think I'll go insane. If you get a kill,
if I pull off what?
If you just win the whole thing.
If I win the whole thing?
Yeah.
Mate, that's the storyline of a lifetime.
I'll go absolutely ape shit. I'll start like flipping tables over.
That'd be ridiculous, genuinely. Can you imagine it? A shiny new Razer headset just for myself. I'll be well chuffed.
I think the prestige at that point is worth way more than the prize pool at that point.
The prestige?
Everybody will just
put it on my tier 2 resume.
Exactly, everybody will just be like clawing at the seams to get Bren in their team. And then suddenly you'll be like, I do have the belief I am the one, and suddenly your elo just spikes up.
If you wonder why we're not talking about this current game that's kicking off, it's because it is officially in trash time, as we like to call it, where from this point on it is impossible for Denmark to come back and claim 4 rounds to try and get the draw. So that is why we were talking about absolute nonsense. So
I mean, good effort on
I
Denmark.
swear, we're not bad casters, even though you might think that during when we actually do cast.
I mean, good on Denmark for still like somewhat treating it seriously and not giving up, you know, and just trying to invoke the mercy rule themselves by just inviting the.
Oh god, round. Yeah, there's that. I've just seen it in the chat. Somebody made like they've edited that copy paste where it's the high valve. If you are here right now watching this, you can clearly tell that the Demo Man class is not very strong. If a high level player like Brent can barely do 5k damage, something is very wrong. Thank you for reading. I'm going to single-handedly get Demo buffed again.
Oh man, I didn't even think about that. Are you worried about seeing the logs? It's going to be, everyone's going to see them, Brent.
I don't think we should watch them, to be honest.
We shouldn't watch them, what, just like cut to the...
Mate, literally,
goodbye, everybody.
in pugs, I do terribly. This is like in a LAN setting. Yeah. I don't think 5-ping rockets and pills are going to sort me out.
They're predicted by a lot of people winner of the entire thing, they're going to just eat you alive. Because the quicker they get this over with, the quicker they get to go to the bar or something.
Oh yeah, maybe that was the plan. Like, maybe they said to the guy, like, just say you don't show up, we can get our games over with early, and then we'll be sorted for later on.
I was like, our demo man is good, but he's, how can we speed these games up? I know, let's just, we'll kill off one of our players and bring in Bren.
Yeah, it's a struggle.
Next level strat. But still, at the end of that game, it was 4-0 to Sweden. They will walk away with their first points of the evening.
At some point, I am going to have to swap out. Yeah. Get straight in there.
Well,
get stuck in.
I'll tell you what, Bren. We look at the logs, and then we'll shoot to another video.
I don't even have a config.
What?
I don't have a config at all. I'm going to be going into this with stock tier 2.
Shinta style. You could do it. He's a champion.
I asked if I could have, like, somebody else's config for it, but...
What if they intentionally fuck their config?
No, but their configs are terrible. Like, they're just a mess. Like, it's all running weird stuff, like, weird levels of multi-threading.
Yeah.
And
he uses the Wii mode to move.
Like, every time they press W, the sensitivity increases by, like, 5. And I don't know, it's...
W
stupid stuff.
Binded to kill. Okay, so we'll look at logs, and then we'll shoot it off to another trademark video.
Yeah.
So...
Okay.
While production's working at that, you know, they're furiously just making up the logs back there on the typewriters. Who was your MVP for that last match?
Good question. I'm looking now. I can't really think of any. Like, to be honest, all of Sweden played a standout game, and I don't think Denmark turned up too much.
Yeah.
You know, so it's hard to say MVP, but.
I'll
tell you now, it was Smear.
Saved by the bell.
It was Smear that was my MVP.
How did we forget about that? I mean, there was points where Smear was going absolutely huge and farming kills. You even called him out and like...
Yeah, with that 7 kill streak. But I've got bad memory.
Is he baiting his team? Find out.
Is he baiting his team? Maybe. 4.1 KAD, that's actually nuts. How does that happen?
I mean, maybe it's just Badlands or...
Might need to get a coaching lesson from Smear after this, but that's nuts. 4.1 KAD. 30 kills, 11 assists and 10 deaths.
Yeah, the other thing I'm pointing out is the fact that Ali, I think he is the roaming soldier for the team. He's doing a hefty amount of work
he is,
on his side. So much so that it's even kind of ahead of Vanny in some regards, which is a bit unheard of when it comes to the roaming soldier. But when you're winning this much, usually the roamer's having a good time.
Have you seen Schoberg's kills?
Can
we sort it by kills, actually? Sort the logs by kills.
Because
Schoberg actually,
that's a high kill count. That's
that is cleanup duty, like written all over it. And I think heavily as well. It's the
he's
punished.
Prepared. He's brought his dustpan and bush, hasn't he?
Denmark being punished for their pushes into last as well. Schoberg was constantly cleaning them up on heavy.
So who's to be blamed for all these deaths over here, Bren? Is it Hellberg? Is it Potato? These scouts have an incredibly high amount of deaths for their team. They just kind of, and
there's a little bit of feeding going on.
There was the times where we just had a bit of a question mark, like, why did the scout go in there?
Yeah.
So
it's a struggle, really.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's so hard to try and pick apart what potentially went wrong in a game. I mean, there were certain back and forth moments. If we looked at the contention part of the logs, we can see that, and we can see how really the maps were converted.
They didn't win the map, but to tell you what they did win. They did win probably the frag of the tournament so far. That Falash kill, the diving Altair Assassin's Creed.
Oh God, yeah.
Yeah, that was just. I just looked at the backstab thing. I was like, the one backstab. Oh good God. Yeah, that kill
the Matador was stab.
Disgusting. Who cares? Who cares winning the tournament if you win YouTube?
Yeah.
All right, please production. I would like more stats.
Hello.
No, they've gone.
Next page.
Yeah,
they're gone.
You know, this is all you get.
Right.
Well,
when are we going to mysteriously swap me out for Beta and not mention anything? He's sat there staring at me like.
There we go. Hey.
Relative
so not quite as dominating as
no.
Stat
look at Sweden's last.
As Finland.
Look at Sweden's last point. That's the real standing question, because it wasn't, even though it is 4-0, it wasn't an entire roll. Like, genuinely, there were some proper attempts by Denmark to push into the last points, but they just could not crack it time and time again.
They're just an impenetrable force, and they don't know what to do against Smear, it seems. They can't seem to find him.
Sticky trap.
Yeah. I mean, there was a lot of times where they went for the point play and both of the scouts died. The communication error is clear to see from Denmark, and Smear is just, not only is he farming players in game, he's farming the stats as well. He's even done the most kills on a mid-fight as well. That's impressive to see. Alright, relative frag percentage by zone, so this just tells you where most of the fighting was happening throughout the game, and it seems most of the time Sweden were pushed to the last, so it's not like Denmark, the score is a bit deceiving, Bren.
They have. I think that's mainly just Sweden able to capitalise off the mistakes of Denmark so much better. Like, every time they knew they had an uber advantage, immediately pushed in.
It's a bit strange, Brendan. You could be doing 99% of things right, but if that 1% is the last point push, you can't get any rounds.
Yeah.
So, sucks to be Denmark, but I mean, this is the beauty of these round robin things. You can always go back to the drawing board and rethink, retool yourself for those best of threes coming up. It's almost like forced little scrims in the game. You can even, it's nice. All right, we see more stats. Again, kills post-Uber, always favouring the team that is winning. Yeah. I don't think there's been too many times where I've seen more kills post-Uber to the losing side. And yeah, nothing in particular. There was a lot of, pretty much if there was an Uber involved, Sweden were doing incredibly well. Denmark was just completely outcast in both regards. Yeah. It wasn't an issue of, so they're being sloppy during the Uber and they're being sloppy outside of the Uber. All right,
back to us.
Back to us, and with it being back to us, I think that means we have to hand you off, Bren. We have to cart you over. We can probably even keep you on the same chair, just roll you on over.
There's a lot of cables in the way. You probably won't get away with
that. There's actually a little cliff on the side there, so maybe rolling you over to the Norway thing. But we'll say bye for Bren. But he's not gone for long, anyways. You'll be back, I think, after the Norway games.
Nope. There's no more games being played today.
Oh yeah, I suppose. Well, you'll be back tomorrow, though.
Tomorrow will be.
Tomorrow.
Yeah.
So we say bye-bye to Bren, and we say bye-bye for me for just a little bit while, but stay tuned because our next map will be Sweden versus Norway. Map? Well, that's teams. Map is actually...
Hello, producers.
Producers. Go. No.
Gonna start zooming in on one of our faces now, like. Yeah. Very slowly but surely.
Should I just push you now? Is this how they want us to transition? Yes, that's what, yes, we want to go to a break.